away from that, Ghana's oil production will grow slightly in the near term, with crude oil and other liquids production increasing from 144,000 barrels per day in 2022, to almost 850,000 barrels per day in 2024. That's according to Fitch Solutions. Now, this projection follows recent investments by Tullow Oil. Here's more in this report.
Fitch Solutions said the investment to propel this moderate growth consists of a multi-year drilling campaign at the Jubilee and Chinabua and Yira in Tomet fields, which currently account for approximately 80% of Ghana's upstream output. In 2022, Tullow's investment included 4 new wells. However, in 2023, Tullow plans on introducing 6 wells, which will come online by the third quarter. These investments, Fitch Solutions believe, will enable Ghana's oil industry to reverse natural declines and moderately boost short-term production, with production at the Jubilee field expected to exceed 100,000 barrels per day in 2024. Meanwhile, Ghana's oil production outlook is hanging in the balance amid the delay of the Pecan oil field development. The Pecan oil field has come under dispute since Russian invasion of Ukraine. According to Fitch Solutions, Aker Energy has been hesitant to put forward its updated plan for development to the Ghanaian government and commit to final investment decision.
Well, joining us via Zoom for more on this projection is energy strategist Dr. Isib Suleimana. Thank you so much, sir, for your time this evening. How does this development play out in Ghana's upstream sector?
Yeah, thank you very much, Beverly, and good afternoon, good evening to you in Ghana and to church viewers across the globe. Yeah, indeed, such a development is something that is not very interesting to note, to the extent that, if you notice, Ghana, we have been in this business, active production of, oil in commercial quantities for almost a decade. And we haven't been able to cross the 200,000, barrels per stream day mark. That is quite unfortunate. With 3 fields running actively, and then we are still struggling to cross that. And so the expectation was that these incoming fields or new players that are coming to the scene would have been an opportunity for us to, it would have been an opportunity to catapult Ghana beyond the 200 or even 500,000 barrels in the near future. So a development such as that it only adds to uncertainties that we have. So it means that we just have to depend on our, current players, the 3 players that, the 3 fields that we have, which is championed by 2 players, ENI and then Tullow, to champion our production requirement. And this is actually not, if you look at what is the the problem that they are having, it's not actually peculiar to Ghana. As a matter of fact, investment into the well of hydrocarbon, especially in the upstream, is being constrained. We are talking about, before COVID, oil prices were around $65, dollars per barrel, and we had huge capital investment, going into the fields. Now we are talking about, 85. It is in the 80s. Oil prices are within the 80s, yet investment is not coming to the oil fields. So that is very strange, and it is in the larger context of the constrained investment into the hydrocarbon portfolio, because of the competing interests of renewables. So yes, countries will have to strategize, to be able to take advantage of, especially the field that they have. And Ghana per se, we have been doing for 10 years now. Most of our fields would have something we call natural decline. And so we will need to speed up our investment into these fields. And I think it's very, welcoming that, our current players, Tullow, and then the rest are doing infield drilling. Because this is the only way, a credible way that can allow us to maintain our production portfolio so that we don't dip.
Dr. Suleimana, we also have been told by the outlook that hangs in the balance amid the delay of the Pecan oil field development as a result of Russia's war on Ukraine. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, sure. That is certainly, I believe, because of the ordinarily, Russian war shouldn't have, it should not have much impact on our fields. It should have played into the global, perspective or global dynamics that I just painted. But I think in this situation, we have a player I think Look Oil have a substantive, chunk of the share, about 38, almost closer to 40%. So 38 shares is quite a huge amount. So yes, indeed, with the sanction regime on Russia and already constraining investment to the world of hydrocarbon, this only adds to the complications. So our peculiar situation with respect to Pecan field is because of Look Oil, as a matter of fact. This is because, these players will hitherto go out, look for investors. And because of the sanction regime, of course, investors will look twice, will think twice, apart from, the pressure on the investment to the world of hydrocarbon. With Look Oil being the picture, I think it only adds to the complications. So I believe, the other players, they have to look for possible opportunities if the field is that, profitable, or if the field is that promising, they can sell it out to other potential, bidders or other potential investors who have the capability. Because in the upstream business, money is very important, Beverly. Investment is key. And so if a player who holds about 30%, 38% is not able to do anything, it will definitely hold back, it will definitely delay the investment. So I'm not surprised that ARCEP at this moment in time, they can't even put out the FID, and if the FID is not put forward to the government or, to the partners, I think nothing can be done in this situation. So it's unfortunate, and I think they have to try to look out for other potential investors if they feel that the field is promising.
Dr. Suleimana,
go ahead.
Do you think that Ghana should have been producing more than what it's producing now? And what is accountable for our inability to produce more than the 200,000 barrels of oil per stream after almost a decade of production?
Yeah, so I was expecting that we should have been doing 500,000, if not even 1 million barrels, even with the 3 fields. But of course, a lot of factors, some beyond our control, others we could do something. So factors that are clearly, if you zero into Ghana oil field, if you look at the 3 fields that we have, 2 of it is championed by Tullow, and they can account about 80% of the entire production. But if you look at over the decades, I think they haven't had a smooth ride. So to be fair to Tullow and other players in Ghana, if you notice, they had some court issues some time ago, with Ivory Coast as to the landmark demarcations. That was a challenge. If you also remember, they had this issue of the bearing issue. That was a technical delay. That impacted their smooth operability, and then also COVID. So the aggregate of these factors, I think, impacted peculiar Ghana production. So I think Ghana could have done better at this moment in time. Nevertheless, I feel that Tullow, they've taken, if you look at their investment portfolio, I think they are giving Ghana a priority, and we should be lucky to have them to give Ghana a priority. We only encourage them and maybe create a kind of enabling environment that will ensure that they actually invest more into Ghana, just to make sure that they maintain this production portfolio. In other areas also, like ENI and the issues that they may have, like this unitization issue, I think we just need to resolve those issues. So I think, yes, Ghana could have done better in terms of what we are doing now. But it's just because of some of these factors that are beyond our control. Yeah.
We'll leave it here. Thank you so much. Dr. Isib Suleimana is an energy strategist. Now.